guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Shelby. I am doing a book review of the books I read in August and September. No, July and August. It's been rough. I didn't film this in July, and then I only read 2 books in August, so I was like, let's just mash it together, go from there. So first, from June 19th to July 1st, I listened to Finding Me by Viola Davis. This was really good. I was hooked instantly. Her story is an incredible story. Like, she is an amazing woman, and her story, the way that she told it, was remarkable. I really enjoyed this book. Her memoir talked about a lot of like her trauma that she went through, and like how she got out of like the hood, and like how she grew and helped her family along the way, and like it just, there's a lot, and like it's really good. Okay, and then next I have the final Bridgerton book, On the Way to the Wedding, Gregorys Story. This, oh, I forgot to say, Viola's book I gave a 5-star. This I read June 27th to July 9th. I think this might be my favorite Bridgerton book, which is crazy. But Gregorys Story is insane. Like, he's crazy. There's like, he's younger. I mean, Hyacinth is younger than him, but like, he's one of the younger ones, and because he's a guy, he doesn't have to get married right when he's like 18, and so like the story is told like a little bit after theirs, if that makes sense. But like, the contrast of like Hermione and Lucy, and like him truly falling in love with Lucy, and like it's so good, and like some kidnapping happened, like there's a lot in this. I gave it a 4-star. I also loved, like, in the other books you got a little taste of him, but then like in this you get like little glimpses of his siblings like trying to get him married off. Like, okay, Gregory, it's time to get married, like, let's do this, let's find you a wife and stuff like that. And just seeing that I really liked that. And then we have Bridgerton Happily Ever After. So this has the second epilogues for each of the books, and then it's got Violet's story, which is just like a little glimpse into Violet and who she is. I did give that part a 4-star. I want a whole book of Violet, honestly. But it just gives like little glimpses into who Violet is and her story and her life. And it doesn't seem like it, but really since finishing Bridgerton, I've kind of been in like a little bit of a reading slump. So it doesn't look like it because I have 6 other books here to talk about, but the pace has really like slowly slowed down, if that makes sense. But yeah, because I really liked the Bridgerton books, and I want more. But next I have Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. Yeah. I read this July 11th to July 13th, so pretty quickly, but it's a very small, thin book. I gave this a 5-star. I loved this. Nora is the main character. And she has 2 children, Arthur and Bernadette, and she writes books, and she wrote a book, or no, she writes screenplays. She's a screenwriter, and she wrote, and it got picked, or I think she's an author, and then I don't really remember, something she wrote, it got picked up to be a film, and they were filming at her house. It was kind of like a story based off of her life a little bit. They filmed at her house. The main actor she ends up falling in love with, and like all sorts of different things happen, and it was so well done. the book was so well done that like I highly recommend it. Like yeah, go read this. I filmed one of those TikToks, the like Harry Styles quote, like the movie felt like a movie and like it's good, or so. I filmed one of those because like it's a book and it is a book and I don't know what's in it that makes it so good, but it's so dang good. Like I really liked that book. Highly recommend it. Then I have Fahrenheit 451. I listened to this. I gave it a 4-star. I read it in high school, and so it was like nothing special with rereading it, listening. But it felt so different because I'm in a different headspace. Gave it a 4-star. And I really liked the quote, "We are nothing more than dust jackets of books." Because I just really liked that. Because like, it's true. We are just like, we are our own story, essentially. But like, we're just the casing of our own story. Kind of-ish. I don't know. Next I have Happy Place, Emily Henry. Look at the tabs for this. I think this is one of the most beautiful books I tabbed. It's not going to focus. Focus on the book, isn't it? I just think it's pretty. I don't remember how I tabbed what, but yeah. I got this cover because I ordered, I don't like hardcover books, so I ordered this paperback off of UK Amazon. So that's a little hack. If you want UK Amazon books, you can just order them off of there. The exchange rate isn't awful, so I don't know. There's that. I read this July 14th to July 21st. Harriet and what was his name? Wynne? Yeah, Harriet and Wynne are the main couple in here. They, Harriet met two friends in college. They've been best friends ever since. They are essentially going through like what real life looks like, and how life is translating, and how all the complications and like what life looks like now. And one of the couple, Harriet and Wynne, were engaged. They broke up. They haven't told their friends. Their friends are having like a surprise wedding with just the 6 of them. The 6 of them being one of the girls and her fiance, Wynne and Harriet, and then one of the other girls and her wife. I think they're married. And they're at the cottage, and like the story is just so well done. I think this is one of my favorite Emily Henry books. She just keeps getting better and better. I give this a 4-star. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, it could be like a 4.5, almost 5-star. I'm sure there was stuff in here that I didn't like, but it very well done. Very good. And then next we have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I like this. This is about Fern and Will. Yeah, Fern and Will. Oh geez. I have my Goodreads up also to like help with that, with remembering things. I read this July 24th to July 27th. Basically Fern, it goes like, it's got the back and forth chapter thing, like the 10 years ago, because Fern and Will meet for like, they meet a day. He's like an artist painting at the coffee shop she works at. It's her day to like watch and be at the coffee shop. And so they end up spending like 24 hours together, and then they are supposed to meet the next year at like her family, I don't know, like cabin place, hotel type place, cottages. It's like a bunch of little cottages, like a resort type thing, in Canada. And he was supposed to meet her there like a year later. Well, homie doesn't show up, supposedly. And then fast forward 10 years, her mom has passed away recently, and the mom the summer before hired him to come the next summer to consult on making the resort better so they don't go under. Well, mom passed away within the year. Fern didn't know because Fern wasn't really there, and Will shows up, and They go through all the motions, and yeah, it's a really good book. People have been hating on this book because it's not like her first, like it's different than her first one, but I really liked this one. I like both of them equally. She's already got like next year's, it's this summer will be different. It releases May 9th of 2024, and seems to be like one a year, so I like Carly Fortune a lot. Then next we have Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. I read this July 31st to August 14th. The storyline was okay. I just felt like Sam, our main character, was a little whiny, and Wyatt, next door neighbor, fell in love as kids. Some toxic things happened between their families, like at the cottage, and like they had like a cottage that's next door to each other, and then the rest of the year they both lived in different states and stuff. Sam brings her fiance to the cottage to kind of like spend some time with the family, and some things go down. They end up separating. I think he was sleeping with his trainer, like him and his trainer, like the two of them. I felt some tension or something. Like they don't talk much about it, but I think they were together. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. Her boyfriend, I don't even remember his name. Beyonce. What is his name? Jack. He was given some like gay flags. I don't know. Just when him and his trainer, like when the two of them went to the tennis match or whatever, instead of like him spending time with her and her family, there's just some red flags there, you know. But yeah, I like them. I like their story. This was not my favorite book. I gave it a 3-star. I think just because it took me so long to like actually get into it and read it, that I was just kind of like, meh, it's there. It happened. Like, it's not something I'm gonna go back to. And it was a bummer that like this one, so dang good, this one not really good. And so yeah, I don't know. I for sure read this. Maybe. Also, the title didn't make sense to me because it's Same Time Next Summer, but like they didn't really talk much about like, oh, next summer at this time we're gonna meet up and blah 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 blah. Like, no, like you get every summer your families meet, and like things just went down, and yeah, I don't know. Then lastly, I have Beach Read. I read this August 15th through August 31st. I gave this a 4-star. I really like January and Augustus. I like their story. Emily Henry, I think, is one of those authors that like I'll probably like everything they write because they're so good. But Augustus is a literary fiction. January writes romance. They're both best-selling authors, and they went to college together. They thought they were enemies. They both kind of like secretly had crushes on each other, but were like enemies at the same time. They just thought that the other one hated them, and then they, through some things, like Augustus has like a house in Michigan, and then January ends up in a house in Michigan. They're neighbors. Some things happen, they get connected, families get connected, like she gets connected with his family, and like they end up doing like where she has to write literary fiction and he has to write a romance novel, and they just want to like test it out. A lot of different things happen, and it was good. Like, he is not like a romance dude, but there's reasons for that. She loves romance. Like, she wants like a whirlwind romance, and it's just, there's a lot of really good things that happen in this book, and a lot of just like simple things. I don't know, it was good. It was like a wholehearted, like, good book. Yeah. And also I noticed, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but in this book at the bookstore they mention the author couple from Michigan, you know. So Emily is like tying in her characters a little bit to each other, like not really doing like anything crazy with it, but just like a little bit tying here and there. I don't know, I thought that was sweet. And I read this one first and I was like, because that caught my attention, because I was like, because Emily also like went to college in Michigan. I don't know if she's from Michigan, but I know she went to college in Michigan, so I was like, maybe she's talking about herself, but she's talking about a different couple in the book. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully I have a good one for September, but it is already September 8th and I have not finished a book, so yeah, we shall see what September brings. I'm hoping to, like, once October hits, reading some like fall books and hopefully getting into fall. So yeah, that's it for this video. I will see you guys in my next one.